It's a gloomy day here in Kissimmee, Florida, right off of Highway 192, Earl O. Bronson Memorial Highway. Back in the day, this was a very thriving area next to Walt Disney World. Lots of dinner shows, roadside attractions, museums. There are still a few that exist here on Highway 192. But there are a few that have bit the dust and no longer exist, and that's what we're going to be finding today. Hi everybody, and welcome to the world of Micah. Today we're going to be tackling Highway 192, finding abandoned and forgotten roadside attractions, museums, restaurants, all kinds of things that used to sit here on Highway 192. Hopefully this will bring back some memories of when you guys visited, or for those who are local who would just go out for a random evening to eat or have fun. These places used to sit so close to Walt Disney World, and I believe that quite possibly could be the reason why a lot of them did not survive. Some of these locations are a little difficult to get into. I will probably have to shoot a few from the car, outside the window, just because of parking, just different situations. But if I can get out and walk up to these locations and film them, I totally will. Just giving you guys a fair warning if I do not get out of the car and get up to these spots. Some of these spots are just a little tricky to get into with parking and security and things like that. Things have changed. Now, let's take a closer look. One of those places is Medieval Times. That's where I started the video today. I've actually never seen this up close and personal. I've always driven by. But this is one of the dinner shows here on Highway 192 that still exist. Trying to pull out onto traffic. It's one of the most difficult things here on Highway 192 unless you can get a red light. Our first spot's gonna be the former home of the Jungle Land Zoo. Originally it was the Alligator Land Safari Zoo. I think they had a lawsuit with Gator Land down the street. So they changed their name to Jungle Land. But it was the home to the world's largest gator in the parking lot. And they're doing a whole lot of construction here right now. So this was it. The Jungle Land Zoo. And actually where my car is right now is where the world's largest gator used to sit. How crazy is that? It closed in 2002, and I believe they got rid of the world's largest gator around 2014. But I did an entire video showcasing what this place used to look like. Even went behind the building at one point. If you guys want to see that video, the link's up above. But this is what it looks like current day. They're redoing a lot of this. And next door is the Gator Inn. So they're still promoting alligators here. And it was a really good tie-in with the zoo. At one point, I remember when I was doing my research for my video, some of the animals got loose in Kissimmee. Could you imagine? I talk all about that in my video. Check that one out. I just saw them hanging this sign and a flag for this. I guess that's what's coming here. Back on to the madness of Highway 192. I don't think traffic ever stops here. Now this used to be the Haunted Mansion right here. Opened Halloween night 1997 and then closed in 1999. Used to be a haunted attraction, a year-round haunted attraction. Now I believe this is a school of some sort, which is why I'm not going to be getting out and filming. They frown upon that. I get it, safety. But yeah, this used to be a walk-through attraction called the Haunted Mansion. And I know the reason why it didn't do well is because it was right next to Walt Disney World, where the real Haunted Mansion sits. And that was what I was talking about some of these places being a little difficult to film. There was an officer out there who's kind of looking at me weird. I get it, man. Kids are in school, don't want to be filming. But that was the Haunted Mansion, a year-round walk-through attraction that, like I said, bit the dust early, didn't last more than 2 years, because I simply think that the Haunted Mansion down the street at Walt Disney World, you know, it was confusing. It was totally confusing. And right across the street from the former home of the Haunted Mansion is the former home of Shell World. It's now a behavioral clinic, so I'm not going to get too close. I'm telling you guys, these are difficult to get to now, but this is what it looked like back when it was Shell World. Pretty cool awning, and yes, they did sell shells, seashells. Try and say that quick. This is the front of the building, and this is what it looks like now. And then this is the sign. The sign, it still has the same shape. Pretty cool. And there was a bird right down there underneath that sign. Amazing. This is one that I could not find any information on, whether it, closed a certain date or what happened to it. I don't even know when this place opened, but I did do another video. You guys can check it out. The link is above. I walked around this entire property trying to find any remains of Shell World. But this is what it looks like now. Like I said, it's a behavioral clinic. It's a nonprofit foundation here. And I'm gonna let them be. Not gonna get any closer than this. And I recommend you guys doing the same if you ever come out here to check this place out. All right. Goodbye, Shell World. Back on the road. Gonna get this shot as I'm driving away. There are a few remains from the old sign, the old rocks right there from Shell World. When revisiting these places, I always try to tell folks respect the current business, because look, these guys probably don't know this was Shell World, nor do they probably care. Not everybody is a history fanatic like you and I are. So when you revisit these places, be respectful. Go get your photo if you want to get a photo, reminisce, and kind of leave it be. Just a fair warning, kind of advice. I've had to learn that the hard way, because I would get to a certain place and get out and start videoing and be all excited about the subject matter, and then the guy or girl comes down, they're like, what are you doing? We're a business, and I'm telling them what I'm trying to do, and they're like, dude, it's gone. This is, let it be. This is a private, business. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We have a few other places we're gonna visit. Pretty excited about. Let's go. All right, this next one's gotta be really quick, and I hate that it's gotta be really quick. But parking was kind of tricky. I parked where I'm not supposed to. So, right over here, off of Highway 192, used to sit Xanadu from 1983 to 2005. Straight ahead is where Xanadu, the house of the future, used to sit. In fact, you guys can see, there was a picture right here of the sign and the house. This is when it was for sale. Now, I did a video here many moons ago, one of my first videos ever of Xanadu. Here's another photograph so you guys can see what it looked like. Now, the reason this didn't work out, it opened a year after Epcot. So everything you wanted that was futuristic was right down the street at Walt Disney World. So why would you want to come down here on Highway 192 and see the house of the future when you could visit Future World? I mean, it makes total sense why it didn't last. Here's another photograph that you guys can see. Welcome to Xanadu. House of the future. But this is where it used to sit. Nothing remains. This parking lot right here is completely blocked off, right next to the hotel. So you can't get into this parking lot where it used to be. It's a construction site, so you can't walk around on it. And with that, it's time to go. I've overstayed my welcome. Gotta get back on the road. Hello, Mr. Wizard! Hello, Orange World! Now here at the Rock Church off of Highway 192, this used to be the old American Gladiators dinner show. The only reason I know that is because of Adam from the Daily Woo. He told me that. I never got to visit this place when it was the American Gladiators dinner show, but now it is the Rock Church. I think Adam went inside on one of his live streams a long time ago. Talked to them about this. Used to being the American Gladiators. But now it's a church. Hello, Old Town! And from 1987 to 2005, this all was a water park. The first water park in Kissimmee. Water Mania. Nothing left. Now there's a Golden Corral, a Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott right here, and Camden Apartments in the distance there. But all of this was a water park, and there was a go-kart place right next door where I believe that's a Walgreens or a CVS now sits. Yeah, CVS. But all of this was Water Mania. And yes, you guessed it, I did a video covering Water Mania. I walked around here and tried to find where everything was. Very proud of that video. It was during a weird time when people weren't sure if they should wear masks out in public and everything, and so I was wearing a mask and not wearing it properly, so a little embarrassed by that video. If you watch, you'll see how the mask is sitting across, but nonetheless, it's history, it's documented, and I'm glad I did the video. But if you guys want to check that video out, it's up above. But this was Water Mania right here, one of the first water parks in Kissimmee, long before Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach down the street at Walt Disney World. I don't think any of these people know that this used to be a water park right here. Did you guys ever visit Water Mania? And thinking back to my video, I think the wave pool was like right here, because there was some pictures that I lined up with the Celebration Water Tower in the distance, right over there. There's nothing left of Water Mania, by the way. Nothing. It's completely gone. But I had to throw that in here, being it was the first water park in Kissimmee. All right. Let's continue with the tour. And right here on Arabian Nights Boulevard, this used to be where Arabian Nights Dinner Show was from 1988 to 2013. December of 2013 is when they closed. And straight ahead right here is where the horses used to sit. Right up there. There used to be some statues of horses. This was the entrance to Arabian Nights. Nothing exists anymore of Arabian Nights. There's now a major hotel and apartments and everything down here, but this was it. I think my favorite part of this whole area right here is that it's still Arabian Nights Boulevard. I'm sure people see that and think, weird, is that like a Disney reference, you know, to Aladdin? Just guessing. I mean, I would probably think that if I pulled down to my hotel and was like, oh, it's on Arabian Nights Boulevard and we're right next to Walt Disney World. Of course it's a Aladdin reference. All right, currently heading over Interstate 4 on the other side of Highway 192. A few places over here we've got to document on today's adventure. And today's adventure really didn't work out like I originally planned. I planned on walking around and giving a thorough look, but a few of the spots just weren't accessible. Nonetheless, I'm glad we did this because I feel like it needed to be done. Just to give you guys a point of reference, we are passing by the Wide World of Sports at Walt Disney World heading west on Highway 192. Everything we just did was on the east side of Highway 192. And our final location is going to be where Splendid China used to sit from 1993 to 2003. Now, it's home to Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. They have completely destroyed, demolished everything left here on Formosa Gardens Boulevard. This all used to be Splendid China, full of miniatures and different places you could visit in China, all in one little amusement park, theme park. In fact, this wall right here used to have all kinds of different designs on it, and I think it kind of resembled the Great Wall of China. They've completely changed everything. Also, at one point, right up here, used to be an entrance, the entrance. And for a long time it sat abandoned, and there was this huge statue, a head statue. It was like right here. But now it's just condos and everything for Margaritaville, the villas of Margaritaville. Pretty crazy how much things change in such a short amount of time. Now there's a shopping center up here, shopping plaza, that still has some remains of when it was Splendid China, and I'm also going to show you guys where the entrance sign used to sit. Right here is where the entrance sign to Splendid China theme park used to sit. You can see the Taco Bell in the background, in the poles. Right here where the two dragons sat, and the big sign. This is what it looks like current day. It's just a median. Splendid China was right down the street. Taco Bell is still here, but that's it. Right there, straight ahead. How amazing is that? But like I said, nothing remains really of Splendid China. We're gonna cross the street over here and visit the shopping center, because there are a few remains of Splendid China over in the shopping center. And really the only thing that remains of Splendid China is the architecture over here in the shopping center that used to be in front of Splendid China. In fact, this WinDixie over here, this old marketplace supermarket, which was a WinDixie, had all kinds of Asian flair inside. You can totally see how this was connected with Splendid China. Looking inside of the window here, check this out. See, there's still a few remains. See the design work there? And just a few other remains right inside there. Look, check that out. How crazy is that? This entire supermarket used to be full of little figures like that, all promoting Splendid China. But other than the architecture here, it's pretty much all gone. I never got to go to Splendid China. I remember seeing advertisements for it, but I never got to go. Well, Highway 192, it's been real. It's been real fun, but I think we took care of business here today, tracking down a few of the former homes of roadside attractions, dinner shows, and tourist traps. I think the adventure for today has come to an end. Which means it's time to say goodbye. If you enjoyed this adventure, please click the thumbs up button. The next time you guys are on Highway 192, tell someone World of Micah sent you. Please comment below your favorite part of the day's adventure, and if you have any other memories of Highway 192, please comment below and let me know. Let's get a discussion going on this magical stretch of road and memories that we have and share here in Kissimmee. See you guys on the next adventure. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.